Hello and welcome to another episode of Untold Chapters with Austin Macauley Publishers. I'm your host Jack. Today's guest, Christopher Hayes Brown, is one of our most prolific authors with 8, soon to be 11 books published under our banner. He's a keen environmentalist with a ravenous appetite for storytelling. His 3 main book series, Lady, Secret Island and the children's books, have attracted much attention. Today, he wanted to discuss some of his favourite topics with me.
The books make it clear what will happen and what I think's going to happen if we don't.
Yeah.
Okay, I use the philosophy of the Guardians.
Yeah, the characters in the books, yeah.
Yeah, well, they're people from Atlantis. But moving forward, we've got to say that the last major disaster in this world was the extinction of the most of the dinosaurs. Not all the dinosaurs were killed out. People think they were. They're not.
The birds are still
We've
around.
got living relatives to this day that exist. They've been going for over 300 million years.
And it makes us seem so insignificant, doesn't it?
Well, the human race, as David Attenborough has mentioned, will be a blinker in the eye in the timeline. But also we've got to think, how can you look into a child's face and say we did nothing to save the oceans, the forests? Of course, one example is the Amur leopards, but the whales, tigers, lemurs, birds of paradise, insects, especially the bees, which are very important for pollination of crops.
Yeah, they are. They're disappearing, aren't they? It's just...
They are disappearing, but we've not covered a couple of the other questions. Like,
yeah, we can go back to those.
Why
it's just like
why I've put the buffet tables into the books, purely because I think as a race we've lost what our grandmothers were so proud of doing, and that was cooking with natural ingredients, producing good quality healthy food for body and soul. But sadly we've relied on fast food, which is now causing various diseases, including the cancers and obesity.
Yeah, it's all processed junk, isn't it?
And the other side is the garden side, is to entice people to move away from the modern day living of replacing a garden with concrete, artificial lawns, etc. I know that's for easy maintenance, but we're losing what we came about, and that is having a garden with native plants, ponds, which helps encourage our dwindling wildlife, but also it's good for all. We on the sense of health benefits, it encourages children to get involved in gardening, as well as going back to learning to cook. But overall, through having a garden, you can grow fruit, veg, herbs, which taste better, is homegrown, healthy and free from additives, and no food mileage, which is really a win-win situation.
Exactly. I mean, it's good for the people, good for having your own little sort of habitat in the back garden, isn't it? And things like that.
And if people haven't got a garden, they've got a balcony, that will make hell of a difference. Sorry. Allotments is another area. We've got to learn to work together. We're too distant. We've relied too much on technology, which can be a good thing, but can be a bad thing. We don't talk to each other.
Yeah, it's just very sad, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Now, you'll probably ask, like on question 5, why are the books linked? Well, it is really a form of tactical marketing, but more so, as people read the books, they learn to understand why the books interlink, and they do have a purpose.
Yeah.
It focuses people into the books. The music is to give like a feeling of as if someone's in a cinema. It's a form of background music, so they can play the music while reading that particular section.
Yeah, that is a good idea as well, because it's just like like you say, it's like having a sort of a soundtrack in the background. Even if you don't have it like playing on your phone or something, you could imagine the songs.
Precisely.
And
it's unique in my view, because I don't know how many authors do it, but I've adopted it because I feel the book should give a lot more. Like with any further books, they will have more illustrations, they will have photos, because basically you want to draw the readers in to like the books and want more from the books. It's a selling feature for yourselves, but also for what I'm trying to achieve.
Exactly. It's like it's a whole multimedia thing, isn't it, really, in some way?
It
it's
is
more than just a book.
On question 4, you said how many further books. Well, that depends how everything moves forward, but possibly 5 to 6 books for Lady in Secret Island, maybe more. The children's books will definitely be more. You've not seen books 3 of Lady in Secret Island, and they're entirely different. As I mentioned to Jessica, I actually sent bits over to one of the producers who goes on to my personal email, and he thinks they're amazing. He said that's why you've got such a huge, varied following.